Morning, fellas. Ben back again on another one. A review of the Maxima fork oil. Yeah. So this is a very, very renowned, uh, good brand. A lot of people have said a lot of good things about this online. This sells quite a lot in America. I think this is an American brand. Yeah, it is an American brand, and this is an imported unit. I will attach the link of the purchase link where you can get this from and all that. But before that, a quick review. I've been running a lot of oils on my fork legs, and over the years, these legs have seen at least 3 or 5 brands. I think I don't really remember exactly, but I've run a liquid moly fork oil. I've run Mortal. I've run what else have I run? I've run a Valvoline. And I've also run Royal Enfield liquid gun. So I've had 4 different kinds of fork oils in this in these legs, and this is the 5th one that's gone into these legs. And well, I don't wait for the expiry. I don't wait for the expiry in terms of mileage, but rather I feel how the fork oil has been performing, and I go ahead and change it as and when required. So my vehicle has done about 35,000 kilometers, and I believe I would have changed the fork oil at about regularly at about 5 to 6,000 kilometers. And well, this has been in for about 1,500 kilometers now, and not more. But this is extraordinary. This is fantastic. This is a mineral oil. This is not a synthetic base. This is close to a liter. This is a liter pack, 15 weight. Now, the weight, this part that you see, the 15 written here, this changes from manufacturer to manufacturer, so there's no standard comparison chart. You cannot really compare these. You will have to put it on and try. Well, but this is definitely heavy. 15 or 20 weight is heavy, and 5 and 10 weight is considered as lighter. So we have a 15 weight, and we know that this is heavy. But how heavy in comparison to a Mortal, a liquid moly, or for that matter any other brand, is for you to figure out. It's for you to test and figure out. Now, this was introduced into my fork legs even before the gold valve emulators. I'll talk about the valve emulators and suspension upgrade and all that later. But this went into my forks with the YSS springs. Now, the difference between this oil and the other oils, a quick point, and I believe the only point that I would like to talk about is the fact that this oil doesn't break down under pressure. This oil doesn't become, how do I say, all soft and spongy under pressure. So a full day of off-road riding with this oil, and the forks seem to be holding on really well. They just don't crumble. The oil and air don't become an emulsified liquid. Rather, the oil knows how to be separated from air. Well, that's the best understanding that I have, but I believe this oil doesn't break down under pressure. By pressure, I mean heat. With heat, this oil still holds on to its properties. It doesn't change its properties and become something which is like an emulsified liquid. And my fork remains this way. If you guys can see, my fork remains this way for the entire length of the day. It doesn't crumble. If you guys are used to off-road riding, that you would know that the front end will start dropping ever so little, maybe half a centimeter or 1 centimeter with a whole lot of riding, especially off-road riding. You will start to see that this point starts coming closer to this point with a whole day of riding. And with this particular oil, I'm surprised this oil keeps the fork just like that after a whole day of riding, and that is amazing. This is my observation on my motorcycle. I do not know if this will have the same effect on a heavier bike or a lighter bike. A lighter bike, I can guarantee that this will work well, but on a heavier bike, I do not know if this oil is good enough, or you will have to go for a 20 weight. But that being said, this has worked wonders on my fork legs, and my fork legs are really, really good. So that was it. There you go. It says anti-foaming, reduced drag, and yes, the whatever suspension properties I have experience or I experience on my bike when I leave home is what I get to feel when I'm headed back home after a whole day of riding, and that is remarkable. That is amazing. Well, I'm not an expert, so these statements may be a little far fetched. I mean, a little exaggerated. But that being said, whatever it is that I understand, I put it across as honestly as I can. And if there are experts out there who know better, kindly correct me. But my folks work as good as how they are in the morning when I'm headed back home after a whole day of riding, and that is amazing for me. So that was it. A quick take on the Maxima Fork oil, mineral base. I will attach a purchase link so that you guys can get it for yourselves. And yep, I shall see you guys on another one. This is Ben signing out for now. Ciao.